Shalom, Ahab, Wa Baraka. First and foremost, facing the east, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Waharakah Kwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles, the prophets, and the teachers over at GMS that have been bringing out this 100% truth for the last 30 to 40 plus years, not wavering to the left or to the right, but standing strong and righteous in 100% 100% truth. So, with that being said, and to you, sincere Akyawa Akwa, the brothers and sisters that are coming into the truth, shalom and salutations. Let's get right into it now. Everybody's seen Trump go in on Zelensky. So, let's get it one more time because I wanted to bring out some scriptures showing how Trump is truly fulfilling prophecy in just his words alone, which is at this point redundant because they've been perpetuous. They keep fulfilling the same prophecies over and over until Yahushua comes and destroys this place. Let's get it. And also, this is, if you want the class in its full entirety with the brother from Biblical Defenders, that's where I got this. So also you can watch this on Biblical Defenders, and the name of the class that he put up is Trump Says He Wants Peace for All. But is that true in the Bible, is what it's going to say in its entirety. So anyway, let's get it.
Fusion. You don't know that. You don't know that before. Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel. You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't have your playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
The White House says it asked Zelensky to leave after the meeting and cancel plans to sign the mineral deal. President Trump spoke with reporters about the exchange while leaving for Mar-a-Lago.
Is that exactly great? From his standpoint, I think he very much overplayed his hand. We're looking for peace. We're not looking for somebody that's going to sign up a strong power and then not make peace because they feel emboldened, and that's what I saw happening. I'm looking for peace. We're not looking to go into a 10-year war and play games. We want peace. And it was just my impression that if we do that, if we sign up, he's looking for something that I'm not looking for. He's looking to go on and fight. We're looking to end the death. 2,000 people died this week. Soldiers, more than that, but 2,000 approximately people died this week. Young Ukrainians and Russians. And somebody would say, why do you care about Ukraine and Russian soldiers? I care about them. I care about everybody.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh.
All right, you guys saw it with your own eyes. The thing I want to focus on mainly is he kept saying, I want peace. Peace. That's what he was really talking about. That's how he cares about everybody. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and get it. Let's go to let's start at the book of, I want to say Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 10 and 13. And you know me, I like to go to the Bible Hub. It's my favorite. So going over to the King James Version first, just to make sure that, So it says in the King James Version, for he saith, by the strength of my hand I have done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent. I have removed the bounds of the people. I have robbed their treasures, and I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man. So I really want to read that in NLT to you guys, so let me go ahead and do that. It says, he boasts, by my own powerful arm I have done this. With my own shrewd wisdom I planned it. I have broken down the defenses of the nations, woo, and carried off their treasures. I have knocked down their kings like a bull. That's Trump. He really thinks that he's doing everything. He really just thinks that it's all in his hands. The heart of the king is in the Lord's hands. And so let's get it. King James Version, Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will. So if Trump thinks he's doing this, Most High is fulfilling prophecy. He's fulfilling prophecy. What we didn't hear Trump say, I don't know if he said it in this or not, but he told Zelensky that you are playing with millions of lives. You are gambling with World War III. You are gambling with World War III. So the heart of the king is in Yahweh's hands, and he is literally pushing these prophecies faster than we could ever believe. In fact, let's get that too. The heart of the king is in the Lord's hands, and Trump said that he was playing with World War III. So let's see where it says that there's going to be a World War III in the Bible. So let's go to Revelation chapter 11, and it's actually in verse 13, I think it's where it's at. So Revelation chapter 11, let's go to the blue letter, and go to verse 13, no, 14. The second woe is past, that's World War II. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So they know what's going on. They know exactly what's going on right now. So they're trying to distract the people. And Menachem Akbar made a really good point when he put up this class. When was the last time you saw two world leaders get in a room and this level of conversation, how it escalated into a yelling match? When was the last time you ever saw that in America? So you know that this is something staged. This is all staged for our entertainment. So you got to be very, very wise, okay? Because they are playing with the thought of the third woe. I am, as prophets, the prophets are hoping for this to happen. You know what? Let's jump around a little bit. Let's go to the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 10. Let's see. I'll just go with the first one that comes up. I don't know. And we're going to go down to the point. It's in verse 18, and it reads, he that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool. So that's Trump. Trump is saying, I want peace. I care about everybody. I want peace. I care about everybody. And that's funny too, because that goes into Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So he had war in his mind. Even though he's telling you he wants peace, he's going to find a way to keep the fighting going. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. I mean, the conversation heated up to a yelling match. Zelensky gets kicked out of the Oval Office. Trump makes a deal with Putin on the side. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but that did happen. So, and that's funny because he told Zelensky, I'm not making a deal with you. I'm making a deal with Putin. So let's get that too. This is what this class is all about anyway. So definitely go to the book of Daniel, chapter 8 and verse 25. It's literally a go-to verse. It's literally a go-to with this type of, with what's going on right now in the world today. So let's read it. And this is also the King James Version. In fact, I'm going to read it in the, I'm going to read it in the NLT also, but let's get the King James first. Daniel 8 and 25. And it reads, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hands, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but shall be broken without hand. Now, we're not to the part where he's going to try and stand up against the prince of princes, but we are at the part where he is fulfilling the prophecy of saying, oh, I want peace. I care about everybody. I care about everybody. So, let's jump around some more. I think this is the one I want. Proverbs chapter 5, KJV. And this is a metaphor to what I just said. It's not the one I want, but I'm going to still read it anyway. For the lips of a strange woman, that's secret Babylon, drop as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. So Trump is the representative of Babylon, and he is speaking smooth words. So Babylon, secret Babylon. So anyway, let's keep going. But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. So let's move on. It's saying the same thing as Psalms 55 and 21. I'm looking for it. Where is it? Didn't I put it in here? I didn't. Okay, let me just keep going. I just have a few precepts that I wrote down, so, and I thought I wrote down something else. I can close out that. Let's go to Proverbs. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 9, KJV. Jeremiah chapter 9 and 8. Yeah. So, Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 8. For their tongue is as an arrow shot out. It speaketh deceit, which is lies. One speaketh peaceably to his neighbor with his mouth, but in his heart layeth his weight. So he's saying, like, he speaks peaceably to you. I want peace. I want peace. But really, in his heart, it's all about war. He wants war. So, and I really wanted to find out now. I probably already brought it out and just didn't remember. You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm looking for a verse that I did already bring out. It was Psalms 55 and 21. That's probably one. So and his words were smoother than butter, but and but war was in his heart, or it was let me get it. I don't want to mess it up. So Psalms 55 and 21. Let me read it again, because this is what I was talking about, and really it's talking about war being in his mind. It reads, the word of his mouth, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So I already did bring it out. And his words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. So every time he says something, it's a two-edged sword. He's gonna destroy you with the words, because he's gonna lie to you. Let me keep going though. Jeremiah. Yeah, that's funny. I'm getting ready to bring that out right now, and I see it over here already up on the I see it already up. So let me go ahead and let me get it. Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 8. There it is. And let's get right into it. This is another way of saying that, so you guys can get a better understanding of what I mean. Like the way these guys speak, it's a certain way. And we were talking about speech today. And it says that like somebody was making the statement that in the English grammar, we don't follow the rules of English grammar. Some words at the end would need a es according to there being a vowel at the end of the word. So we were looking it up, and it actually doesn't really follow that rule for all words. So their words that they use are like a witchcraft. In other words, is what I'm trying to say. So let me go ahead and read this verse too, because what I'm trying to show you is the way he speaks to you. That's how he's going to manipulate you. So let me go ahead and read it. This is Jeremiah 9 and 8, King James Version. Their tongues are as an arrow shot out. It speaketh deceit. One speaketh peaceably to his neighbor with his mouth, but in heart he lieth his weight. So let me explain that to you through the New International Version. It's their tongues, their tongue is a deadly arrow. It speaks deceitfully. With their mouth, they all speak cordially to their neighbors, but in their heart, they set traps for them. So they're going to smile in your face and stab you in the back. I know you guys have heard that before, but that's what Trump's doing too. He's trying to act like he's going to smile in his face, but really in the end, he's going to stab him in the back. Let's jump, and that goes into Obadiah. I might as well just get it right now while we're in it. Revelation 13 and 5. Let me just get that in a second or two. So, Obadiah chapter 1, KJV. Oh my gosh. The computer like, what? You want Obadiah? You mean overnight? Computer don't like bringing up Obadiah. Obadiah. I'm sorry, not Obadiah. Yeah, Obadiah. Sorry, guys, I'm just getting a little confused here. Obadiah chapter 1, KJV. Now it says overdose. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Like I said, now I got to go back to Jeremiah again, really quick. Their tongues is a deadly arrow. It speaks deceitfully. With their mouths, they all speak cordially to their neighbors, but in their hearts, they set traps for them. No, and of course, the word heart represents your mind. So in their mind, they're trying to trap you up. Let's go over to Obadiah, because that's what Trump's trying to do right now. He's trying to trap up the enemy. He thinks that he's outsmarting them. So let me go ahead and read this real quick. So this is Obadiah. There's only one chapter, so chapter 1 and verse 3. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So, and then, okay, so that's beautiful right there, because right now America still thinks that they're invincible. And who's going to stop us when we say something? You better listen. Well, the Most High is coming to clear all that up for you guys, so you'll know who's actually going to put a stop to all this. Every other country and nation, you guys will fight until there's nothing left. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. When Yahweh sends Yahweh Shai, everything's going to be brought back into order. And that's why we know that you guys are as wicked as you are right now. But you are out trying to deceive your own people. And so let's go to verse 7, Obadiah 1 and 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, indeed to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. You guys understand that? So, there is none understanding in him.
Yeah, we know who did that. All the wickedness that's been created on the earth is by these people, man.
Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. The internet went out, so let's continue. I was in Obadiah. I was reading verse 7. So let's go ahead and get that. And it reads, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee indeed to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. They lied to you and prevailed against thee. And Trump told him, you're playing with World War III. And he said, he told us, don't tell us how we're going to feel. He said, you're going to feel influenced. He didn't want to say. He said, you guys watch what happens to you, and prevailed against thee. And remember, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. He also made a deal with Putin also recently. So you see what I'm saying? They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There's no understanding in him. So it's beautiful. In fact, shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, destroy indeed, Yahweh, indeed, even is an old English word that means indeed. Indeed, destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the Mount of Esau. So he's telling me, aren't I going to destroy these guys soon? Aren't I going to destroy them soon? And he's telling you that that he's the one that's going to do it. He's the one doing these things. Watch, I'll prove this right here. It says, indeed, so it says, shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, indeed destroy the wise men out of Edom. So let's see if he's not going to do it. So let's go ahead and go to Deuteronomy chapter 32, and the point is in 39. Let's read it. Now, what does it say? Verse 39, let's read it together. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. Lowercase g, all those fake gods. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So, even when you go to this lowercase g, with no disrespect to Yahushai, Yahweh saying, I'm doing all this myself. We are gods also. It says it in the scripture. You are God, but you will die like men. So he's saying none of us are able to do these things. Only Yahweh can kill and make alive and wound and heal. And neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So he's telling you, I'm doing all these things. You guys are doomed if you think that you're doing it yourself. And with that being said, he said, aren't I going to take the wisdom right out of Edom? You guys are gonna lose your wisdom, and that's why you think right now in your mind that it's so prideful that you forgot to be humble. You forgot that you've made pretty much drawn a line in the sand against every country. And we're coming to a head. This is beautiful because now we're finally fulfilling all of the prophecies. And I think I have one more. Let's see. And we'll close out with this. And this is going directly into Trump again. And this is Revelation 13:5. And there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. So this this one's even better, the Berean Standard. That's beautiful. The beast was given a mouth to speak arrogant and blasphemous words, and authority to act for 42 months. And so that's what we're coming into right now. Trump thinks that he is the world police. And at this point, it seems like the other countries are, allowing these things to happen. But there's going to be a point where they're all going to rise up and join forces and fight together. Trump said that the European Union wasn't for helping Americans, it's only helping Europe. He withdrew from the WHO. He every world organization, he's kind of put his foot down against them. So at the end of all this, it's going to take us back into Obadiah where he's going to be destroyed. But that lake of fire that everybody's talking about is actually the destruction. That's the World War III when they start shooting the nuclear missiles. So the people that are going to be left behind, like all of you Democrats and Republicans and Christians and Buddhists and Muslims and Hindus and any other stupid voodoo and all that stuff that you guys worship outside of these scriptures, none of you guys are going to make it. And you're all going to go down with your master. That brings me into my last scripture, because anybody listening to Trump or any type of world leader, you're going to end up with that world leader, and that's going to be a place of doom. So let's get it really quick, and this is where we're going to close out with. I got to get ready to go to Phoenix class today. We're going down to Phoenix to check in with the main camp. And let's read it real quick. So it says, No. Whoops. It might be 31. Oh, I'm sorry. Isaiah chapter 30. Sorry about that. I don't know why every time I go. And so we'll go 30. 30 and 31 are saying the same thing, but let's start with 30. Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel. Like I said, any of you guys that are going to be following with these guys, you're going to end up with these guys in the end. Now, these guys are fulfilling prophecy right now. We're playing with World War III, and by peace he shall destroy many. So, woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that taketh counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin unto sin. And what spirit are they covered in? Oh, the MAGA spirit. We're gonna make America great again. What you guys don't understand about America being great is the only time America was great is when all the brown people were slaves. So keep that in mind. Let me keep reading. Verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. For therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. These guys aren't going to be able to save you. In fact, if you look at the policies, they're designed to keep the rich rich and the poor poor, and there's no in between. If you're paying $9 for a dozen eggs, they're distracting you with the Zelensky and Trump having an argument. They're taking you out, and they're giving you some real good entertainment while they do it, to keep you from thinking about the important things like food. And yeah, I guess it is important, but to be worried about World War III, but what's there to worry about? Either it's going to happen or it's not. Let's fulfill the prophecies. So Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So Yahweh Shai can be sent back to save us. So let's read it again. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Why is nothing working? They said that he wants peace for everybody, but I showed you by peace he shall destroy many. By peace he shall destroy many. I think I've made my point. So if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, I hope you got something out of this lesson. Shalom.